Hello, I'm Michaela Monroe, and this is my home-based math and science exploration project on San Antonio butterfly migration. In the past month, San Antonio has been experiencing nice weather for walks and outdoor activities, so I've been taking walks around the San Antonio area. This has led me to notice that there are quite a few butterfly gardens and pollination stations in the San Antonio area. I also noticed that there is a new butterfly garden that just popped up in the Hemisphere Park. And this led me to remember that in October and November, butterflies migrate through the San Antonio area, as anyone who has lived in San Antonio during those times or during those months have noticed. So I decided to make butterfly migration the observed science for this project. I have chosen several sites throughout San Antonio because there are so many butterfly gardens and students can come across a number of them while they're out and about in the city. The first picture on the left is a monarch way station and pollinator garden in downtown. The picture was taken days before the historic snow in San Antonio, which was in March. And it should be interesting to see how the freeze is going to affect the migration, since a lot of plant life died and new plants had to be planted. The photo on the left was taken at Nueva Street Dam Pollinator Garden on the San Antonio River, and we can see a tropical milkweed with a caterpillar on it. This picture was taken the month before the storm. That's why the plant looks so healthy. The photo on the left is one of the 300 plus certified pollinator habitats throughout the city. Many gardens have the same exact sign in them to tell the public that the garden is a pollination station and that migrating butterflies can stop by to eat. People throughout the city can register their garden to be a pollinator habitat if they meet the criteria. And students can see these same exact signs right in their community. And the photo on the right shows what many San Antonio residents see in the months of October and November: butterflies migrating. This is a photo of a migrating tagged monarch butterfly on a leftover Halloween pumpkin in November 2012. I think it was just stopping to take a break while it's on its way to Mexico. Anyone can order a tagging kit from monarchwatch.com so they can capture and find out where that monarch goes throughout the migration season. This could be a fun enrichment activity to do with students in a classroom setting, and it can really show them the real-time migration of a butterfly. The two questions I propose are: does environmental factors affect butterfly migration, and why do butterflies migrate? I chose the first question because it brings up the topic of global warming and how human actions affect the environment and the animals that live in it. And the second question is important to know because it brings up the reasons why the insect migrates. Now, my text for my proposed lesson for 5th grade is 510, Organisms and Environments. The student knows that organisms have structures and behaviors that help them survive within their environments. And 5.2D, Analyze and interpret information / construct reasonable explanations. And the last teak is 5.9, organisms and environments. The student knows that there are relationships, systems, and cycles within the environments. Now my proposed lesson is You Are a Monarch Butterfly lesson and activity. So the overview of this activity is that students will role play as monarch butterflies and follow your directions to move forward or backwards across a field outside in order to make it to Mexico in time for the warm summer months. Now, how I would launch, or someone trying to reproduce this lesson should launch the activity, is by first having the students reflect on the questions I proposed earlier. Second, name the top 3 reasons why animals need to migrate and why specifically butterflies need to migrate. Third, explain the butterfly's migratory route and the issues facing its journey, such as maybe power lines or weather, things like that. And third, establish outdoor classroom expectations before traveling outside. They should also set journey boundaries using signs before taking students outside to do the activity. Now, I'll be explaining what students would be doing during this activity. And so first, students will be lined up in a horizontal line facing their destination, which should be marked by a sign that was placed there before taking the students outside. Second, then the students will follow your or the teacher's directions to move forward or backward across the field until they make it to Mexico. You or the teacher would be saying things like, watch out, power lines ahead, take 4 steps ahead. You are the great grand butterflies who have summered in the northern United States and are now flying south to Mexico with stops in San Antonio and other cities. And also things like plenty of nectar in this butterfly garden surrounding the Monarch Way Station and Pollinator Garden in downtown San Antonio. Smack your lips together 10 times and move ahead 4 steps. Now, I would think this would be a great and fun and engaging activity to do with students to show them how butterflies migrate. And also, it is a great way to connect the 5th grade TEKS to a fun outdoor activity that would get students moving. I wanted to finish the presentation off with showing you this tweet that I thought any person who lives in San Antonio could relate to. And it says, the butterflies are migrating through San Antonio. I'm just driving home trying not to hit any of them, but it is impossible. I'm driving with this face on the whole way home. I know I and friends who live in San Antonio have experienced the same exact thing. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thank you.